evening. We are going to continue Brassheart. Hopefully, given I'm a bit more awake, though for a given value of awake, we will see if we can finish this tonight. So, alright. I think I've looked at everything in the house, so I need to go back to some of the locations I've been to previously and see what I can find. The statue flexes, lovely. Sand is the sand. Alright. Let's go back to previous locations and see what we see. The phonograph. The fans, do they have anything to say for themselves?
Oh my goodness, it's really him! He's even more handsome in person. Look at that smile! He winked at me. I'm gonna faint. No, he clearly winked at me.
Good luck with the race.
Thank you, señorita. You have fun at the casino.
I hate to ruin such a nice flower, but it'll be easier than actually finding
Okay.
rose.
I finished work at about 7 o'clock local time, made it a 10-hour day. And tomorrow my first meeting's at 8:30 and my last meeting finishes at 8 p.m. So it's going to be a long couple of days catching up, but we will get there. Alright, that's the front. Let's go back to the alley. So what I'm doing is I'm checking out some of the locations I've been to before and talking to everyone I've talked to before to see
Will
if...
you let me pet you now?
Nope.
No, please. Still quite defensive. I'm not risking my own hands.
Yeah, I was kind of... So one of my other hobbies is I do a bit of needlecraft.
Moment of your time, Tamara?
I've got to say, you look astounding in this dress.
Whoa, new option, poem. I need a poem.
I know you're a painter, but do you
And the
chance write
quilt and craft
something
fair
for
is in
poetry too?
town this week, and then I'm trying to decide if I want to go into the city
Great.
to go visit
Could
it.
you write me a love poem?
But I'm not sure if I have the energy. I'll see how I am on Sunday
You
morning.
have no idea how long I've been...
It's for this admiral guy who wants to court a countess. I'm sorry, you were saying something?
That's fine. I can also do that, no problem. Just...
I think Tamara has a crush on Paula.
Wow, Tamara, that's beautiful.
So
did you come up with this
disappointingly,
stuff?
I missed a leadership training workshop on Tuesday night because I was off sick, which is super
I
annoying.
need to get back to it.
Because I'd been put forward for the pilot program by my managers, so it would have been nice to do, but they've said they'll put me up next time it goes through.
Mrs. Dermont? I actually could use some of the antiques from your shop. I need to get inside the Monte Carlo Palace.
If it helps on your mission, you're free to rummage through all of this. Most trinkets here aren't that valuable anyway. The shop just keeps me busy.
I, for one, think that these items are very pretty.
Oh, thank you, little flatterer.
You hear that, Paula?
That you are, for sure.
I asked one of my friends if she wanted to come along, and she unfortunately was made redundant recently, and she was going, I'd love to, but no, because I would just spend money. So I think that clock's going to have something to do later. I reckon that's important, that bit of paper up in the chandelier.
Everything's spinning as it should.
Alright, nope, alright, so we have a poem and a black rose now. I do ideally want to pick up a pair of scissors if I make it there on Sunday. Flying up to Sydney earlier this year for Hamilton for Rick, for Bren,
For sure.
I
Here's a poem.
stupidly forgot that I had my pencil case in the bottom of my backpack that I had as carry-on luggage.
So much emotion, such a vivid expression of
And
I'll give it to her. Just need a moment.
I had a really good pair of paper scissors in it.
Pascal, this is a whole new battleground for him. Take care.
You too.
Which got confiscated, obviously, by security on the way through.
Countess Clara wants you to send her a flower as a sign of your love.
A flower? That's it? Oh, it's easier than I imagined.
And I've been trying to get a replacement pair because they weren't like
Yes, a black
sort of
rose.
cheap stationery store scissors. They were
Things grow only
high
in
quality,
a specific region. I can't
blued
Aren't
steel,
you a wealthy politician?
tungsten coated or
How is
something.
this a problem?
Really good quality scissors.
see. Speaking
But
You're hopeless, Brighton.
we'll see how we go.
I have to go now.
of course, madam.
Here's the rose. You can give it to Clara.
Thank you kindly,
But I
madam.
haven't found anyone locally who sells them.
I just hope you're not doing this in a hopeless attempt.
And I bought them at a quilt fair a couple of years ago.
One question, though. Why does it smell like diesel fumes?
Why does it smell of diesel fumes?
Natural fragrance. Very unique.
I'm ready to give my gift to the Countess.
So they call this dieselpunk rather than steampunk, I presume, because it occurs during a time of petrol engines.
What is this?
Oh, I was just giving Clara this rare black rose as a sign of my complete devotion.
But this will not stand.
I know that they used to have mail drop options a long time ago, but not in ages.
Gentlemen.
And it's a bit hard to keep track because they keep changing the rules about what you can and can't take now.
Anything, my lady.
They've been opening it up, and it depends on the airport you go through.
You're the one deceiving yourself,
So,
old man. Clara will never
when we go through Melbourne Airport,
That's it.
you don't need to take anything out of your bags. They're putting new systems. You don't have to. You do have to empty your pockets, but you don't have to like take your shoes and socks off. Your shoes off.
Find us suitable arms.
What have I got myself into?
And the
Gentlemen, we are in civilized company, and I will not let
they
you shut my mouth for this.
have a whole tray return system that's all automated and everything for all the
These wooden
scanning.
sabers should be enough to accommodate a proper duel without anyone dying.
Well,
Whereas Sydney, it's still empty everything out of your bags onto the conveyor belt.
grant a lesson.
This will do, I guess.
You're still going through the old X-ray machines. It's a lot more time consuming.
Deserves Clara's love.
Gentlemen, commence the... oh, you already started. Okay then.
While everyone's distracted.
The diplomat and the admiral are fighting outside.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Yeah, me too.
Nobody touched my cards while I'm gone.
I feel like a spy. Now to reveal the big secret. Who's the Valkyria's spy? Huh. Apparently, it's Countess Clara, who's been feeding them information. In return, they forged her ownership of the palace. She isn't the rightful inheritor at all. She doesn't have a penny to her name.
I was right not to like her. Well, don't.
Why not? This is what we came here for.
That periscope is looking straight at us.
Right. Good thinking, Pascal. I'll just stick it with some tape. The security won't be any wiser.
Well, don't.
Why not? This is what we came here for.
What about the losers?
Right. Good thinking, Pascal. Can you grab that trophy somehow?
Sorry, no more than you can.
Maybe she can turn off the lasers.
I don't know how that would help with her mission.
What is her mission, exactly?
I'm not that sure. Earl Grey, I need to talk to you.
Go ahead.
If the piece is here, then what's the issue? We just grab it and run.
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. You see, somewhere between then and now, the owners found the bloody thing by chance. They made it into a...
So, what do we...
First of all, from there, you'll have to get rid of the players.
That's a lot of stuff.
Don't worry.
What was that bit of...
Oh, right. I almost forgot.
You mean there are at least
Less cool if they're in your way. Look for the control terminal nearby and shut them down when no one's looking.
Enough about them.
What else is there to...
Well, back to work.
Good luck, Polar.
And there's a control terminal nearby.
Well then, you feel...
Yes, I do. Oh, dear.
I was a bit confused by dieselpunk last night, and then I kind of realised it was relating to the...
I knew something wasn't right with these paintings. They were hiding a secret terminal.
Look at where the cables are going. It must be controlling the proximity sensors around the trophy.
This looks like a task for Pascal.
This is going to be another one of those puzzles.
On it. Uh-oh. The system here is kind of complicated. You'll have to help me out with it.
Remind me, what am I supposed to accomplish here?
The lock needs to be overridden. Connect the color-coded inputs and outputs by spinning the nodes.
Sure, I can do that.
done. The lasers are off.
That was easier than I thought. I'm enjoying
Finally,
it. So
the
I
piece of the heart.
I
Now let's get out of here before
was
someone
reading something
notices it's
about it this morning, and the guy that developed it mostly was solo. The voice dubbing was one of the last things that was
great!
done.
I got it. I have the piece of the heart.
Good. But we've got a problem. The loyalists
But he's been working on it for nearly a decade, for 9 years.
tipped them off.
It was Lady Clara. She's conspiring with them to retain ownership of the palace. I found the file with the proof.
Hang on to it. We may be able to get out of here after all.
Sounds like you've got a plan.
2 at least. 3 if you'll get me some dynamite. Simple. Everyone is still by the entrance, watching the duel. With this many witnesses, you can safely confront the Baroness.
And then what?
One option is to trade your silence for our safe exit. She's bound to know of some other way out of the palace.
That could work. Although I don't know how I feel with her getting off scot-free with all this.
That's the second option. Instead of talking to her, you show the evidence to the Admiral and the Ambassador.
Then we'll discredit Clara publicly. Right. That at least should stop them from fighting.
Not only that, if you can get them on your side, they should be able to safely escort us out of the premises.
Oh, clever! The Loyalists won't risk blemishing their position by attacking high-profile political figures.
So,
let's go. Clara! Gentlemen, please, may I have your attention for a moment?
We're in the middle of something, young lady.
Indeed. Poor timing, madam.
You may want to reconsider your priorities after what I tell you. You're fighting over a Loyalist collaborator.
What? What is this slander?
That's a bold accusation, miss, and I shall not stand for it.
Before you challenge me to a duel, take a look at these documents. It wasn't the right of inheritance that provided her with the casino. Rather, it was Commander Dur. Maybe it's his favor you should be fighting over.
I can't believe it. You've been lying to me this whole time. Don't listen to her. Those papers are falsified.
Let me be the judge of that. They look authentic.
Sir, it appears we've been played. I propose a truce.
Great. Now
Lots
that
of
it's
indie developers have really long lead
still
times.
the issue of the Loyalists trying to catch me.
Don't worry, miss. We'll escort you to safety. These bastards don't want to mess with me.
Where's Earl Grey got to?
You have done enough talking, Lady Clara. To you, I say good riddance.
Okay, back to Poland we go. Oh, back in my mechanics gear.
Manfred, thank goodness you're here.
Good to see you all in one piece. Did you get to hug?
Look, 9 years is a long time,
We've got the second part, but the last
but you'd be surprised how many AAA games have sort of 5+ year development cycles as standard. And if it's launching a franchise, they'll often have multiple false starts beforehand. Diablo 4 that I play, for example, was nearly 10 years in development from Diablo 3, and they had multiple restarts.
Nothing concrete.
Overwatch came out of a cancelled project called,
That's our best bet.
what was it called?
After I find the final piece of the heart, I'll try and look for him.
I'd have to go look it up. But there was a project they'd been working on for a number of years, which I think bits of it went into Overwatch. They also had a untitled survival game. It had a code name that got cancelled just before the last BlizzCon. We thought that they were going to demo it.
Hang in there. I'm getting you out.
Got a note about it somewhere because I wrote an article with my predictions for what we would see for BlizzCon, and it was on there. Hello, Echo. What you doing? Oh, we're going to come sit in Mum's lap when she's not clicking madly. So, do we have anything here? We have the rope. We'll pick up the rope. The rope could be handy.
More climbing. Great.
Anything else? We've got a helium tank.
It makes you talk funny.
Big deal. I can do that with my modulator. You're not going to take it?
A whole tank?
Hello.
Unless I find a good
You going to
place
settle?
It would be disastrous to my back.
I've just gotten used to you pocketing whatever you come across.
You may have to come back for the helium, I suspect. Oh, jumper cables.
Those may come in handy.
Alright, let's see what we can see.
Maybe I'll find something useful under the hood. Jeez, that thing is way too heavy to get it out.
Yes, what do you want, little lady? Usually me, but it can vary. She does like to jump up and check out things on the TV from time to time, much to our annoyance. Don't go down the back of the computer.
Give me a break.
Oh, they've destroyed tomorrow's picture. We're going to have to get that lever at some point.
The front door is blocked from the inside. I guess the loyalists didn't bother to put in new locks. Jeez, that thing is way too heavy to get it out. One end goes here. Not an option. No point in tying that up. No point in tying that up. I can't show myself to those two. Pascal, fly over there and open up that valve.
The one over there? The one above the window? The one dangerously close to 2 armed guards?
Yes, that one.
Well then, I'll try to be sneaky.
What's that sound?
Abort! Abort! This is not a good moment to be jumping in puddles. One end goes here. The cable is already attached to the battery. I'd only cause a short circuit. One end goes here. I can't go jumping through the puddle now. The splashing water will alarm the guards. How would that help me? This is not a good... Jeez, that thing is way too heavy to get it out. One end goes here. Not quite. One end goes here. The cable is already attached to the battery. I'd only caught... This is not a good moment to be jumping in puddles.
Sorry, can't help you with this.
The front door is blocked from the inside. I guess the loyalists didn't bother to put in new locks. This is not a good moment to be jumping in puddles.
Alright, there must be something I missed at the airstrip.
Manfred,
What's the situation, Paul?
you've staked the palace for a while now. Any advice?
Yeah, the front door is closed. The loyalists...
Hey, I remember. You smashed it yourself when we were escaping. No way.
Perfect. That will be our entry point.
Not so fast, you two.
We'll need to stand.
We could get a uniform off of one of the guards.
If you manage to knock them out, I can help you drag them out of sight. Just pick one more less you size, yeah?
Okay, so we need the small guard to come out.
Do you know anything about the palace's basement? Earl Grey said my dad hid the last piece of the heart in there.
Yeah, I've seen the layout.
It's a secret dungeon. I bet there's hidden treasure.
Don't get your hopes up, Pascal. More likely, do you know where the entrance is?
If I remember correctly,
This is Commander Jur.
other than him being a tyrant, the soul, and he is the only one here with the level where he keeps it locked.
Good to know. I'll look for it when I get past him.
Ah, it might help that Tyr requested an assistant.
So I pose as a secretary for Europe's most dangerous man. Time to get back to work.
Hold the fort in here. Good luck.
A word, Tamara?
Oh, what do you need, love?
The third piece of the heart has to be somewhere in the palace. But did you notice my dad doing anything out of the ordinary before we left Sulislav?
Hey, Chrysalis.
It's your father we're talking about. Ordinary has a different meaning around both of you.
I'll take it as a compliment.
There was this one thing, though. Professor asked me to paint him a picture of an apple orchard. He gave me very bizarre instructions. It had to be square, and every apple had a very exact position.
That's strange even for him. Do you remember anything else about it?
Not long after that, I saw him putting apple-shaped decals in a few places around the palace.
Okay, so it's a treasure hunt.
Sulislav for a while before the invasion. Is there anything I should keep an eye out for?
Now that you mention it, there's something that has been bothering me ever since we left. Your dad was working the whole time I was here. There wasn't a week he hadn't come up with some new project or an upgrade.
I don't doubt it, but why is that bothering you?
Well, I've been thinking. All those patents and blueprints still have to be somewhere in the palace.
Here in his office.
What if the Loyalists find them? Who knows what they could do with all that tech?
Don't worry, I already took care of the blueprints.
No, that's a relief.
I'm heading back in there.
Be careful, Pola.
Alright, so we've got the helium.
No point in tying that up. That makes no sense to me. As much as it pains me to say it, not everything can be fixed with just a screwdriver. Duct tape is a powerful tool, and it shouldn't be used recklessly. I can't go jumping through the puddle now. The splashing water will alarm the guards. One end goes here. The end of the cable's already in the puddle. That would accomplish nothing.
Can't work out if...
As much as it pains me to say it, not everything can be fixed with just a screwdriver. One end goes here. And now the other end.
Aha.
The guards are in for a shock.
Will they be okay?
Yeah, sure. They're only unconscious, most likely, I think. We need to move them out of sight.
That shot knocked these two right out.
I'm sure they'll be fine. They're just unconscious. Go get Manfred. We'll have to move them out of sight. Ugh, wearing this uniform makes me feel so uncomfortable.
You think that's bad? I had to get off that guard. I'm going to have nightmares.
At least now I can walk freely around the palace.
Okay, so we go back in through the patio, I'm guessing? Is the whole doors still going to be locked?
The front
Hi, Big
door
Daddy.
is locked from the inside. I guess the loyalists...
Is this game any good? I'm enjoying it. It's from a indie. Hey, babe. It's from an indie designer. I'm not sure if it's his first game. Took him better part of a decade.
I wonder what's in that wardrobe.
How's my teeth? Oh, hi, Ignition. How's my teeth? Had a solid meal for the first time on Monday night.
Wait, I know that
Have been
voice.
chewing food fine tonight. I have risked
Philip, it's
having
me,
some
Paula.
chocolate with
It's safe to come out.
with coconut in it this evening, which was very brave of me.
It's way out of my reach.
Can you get it? It's too high. What have I got?
No point in tying that up. Philip,
coming out,
stop
Philip?
acting crazy. I need your help.
I'm gonna need the punch card at some point. Question is, how do I get it down? Right.
Are you sure? Not even if I crooked one of the paintings? Or put greasy fingerprints all over the windows?
I can handle that much. Your threats don't concern me.
Or perhaps I should try setting the tableware. I'm not sure of the proper order, though. What's in this cupboard, anyways? I've never bothered me to look inside.
Looting the silvers, Paula?
Is it still looting if it's technically my house?
I think those are display only.
Yeah, and I'm planning to display them, just somewhere else. If I'm to properly, or improperly, set the table, I should start with the tablecloth. The table still looks a bit bare.
The tapestry.
The knights on the tapestry each have their distinct features. Dad and I used to come up with names for them and imagine entire
It's much better than the cat game. It is a bit erratic.
I'm gonna take that off you, buddy.
That's the knight.
It's secured with a heavy padlock. I don't see much of a chance to brute force it open. As much as it pains me to say it, not everything can be fixed with just a screwdriver.
Yeah, and sorry, Chris, I'm jumping through things rapidly, which is probably not helping.
Locked.
Of course it's locked. That's Herr Durr's office.
If you have business with him, you'll have to.
Sure, I'll do that. Locked. I'll have to get the right key card to open it.
Oh, we know where that is.
Ah! The magpie does not want to give up its plunder. Ah! The magpie does not want to give up its plunder. I'm not giving that little thief anything.
Alright, let's go down and reset the table. So that he comes out of the...
I seem to recall there being some ornamental decals on that shield. I wonder where they are. The table still looks a bit bare. Ah, this sheet will be perfect as a tablecloth. So what if it's a little dusty?
Disgraceful.
Now for the plates. All that is missing is the cutlery. Here come knives and forks. You're still not coming out, Philip?
It's dangerous outside. I'm staying here unless there's an emergency, such as a fire or improperly arranged dining table.
Let's see. How should I set these plates? I need some kind of a reference.
You too, Ignition. Some sort of a reference.
The knights on the tapestry each have their distinct features. Dad and I used to come up with... I'm gonna just go ahead and take this bolt off. I don't want to have to climb through that window every time.
I'm appalled at the plants in the hallway.
Let's take a closer look. It's that strange painting. I remember Dad giving Tamara very specific instructions on how to paint it. There must be something more to it. I will put a pin in this one for now. A handy guide to table banners. Thrilling.
Looking. They've made a mess of Dad's office, haven't they?
It's secured with a heavy padlock.
I don't
see much of a chance to brute force it open. Okay, the plates are all set. But if I want to get Philip out of that wardrobe, I will have to get on his nerves.
What do you mean?
I've got this handy guide to plating. Look! This page gives us all the do's and don'ts. All we have to do is the exact opposite of what these instructions tell us. This
or you could do what the don'ts are.
Sideways fork. I don't even know what this one is for. Philip, what would you say about my plating?
Horrendous. Truly abhorrent. You can't just disregard the international plating standards. You've created an abomination.
Oh,
An abomination, I hear you say.
This is shameful, young lady. I cannot stand idly for such a ghastly display. Move over.
Ha! Gotcha. I knew how to lure you out.
Indeed. I had no choice but to interrupt this atrocity.
Whatever you say, Philip. Since I'm no longer talking to a wardrobe, may I have a word?
I don't know if I spent most of that time in the wardrobe, furbishing armor ornaments to calm down. I did overhear the soldiers talking about a prisoner upstairs, however.
That's it. It has to be my dad. I've got to free him.
I shall assist you to the best of my abilities, as long as it doesn't involve walking out of this room.
Thanks. Sorry for not coming back for you earlier. These couple of days must have been pretty rough.
That's right, all those weeds have grown in a couple of days.
I wouldn't leave the palace anyway. Someone has to keep an eye on the house.
Philip, were you hiding in that wardrobe ever since the attack?
Yes, Miss Paula. I've seen you escaping, and as soon as you were safe, I barricaded myself in there.
That's awful. We were gone for days. You must have been starving.
Thank you for your concern, Pascal. But I found those tasty mints in one of the coat pockets.
I think those are mothballs.
No matter. The The important part is that you're here.
No,
Now, we should ask the loyalists to leave the property.
I'm working on it. While you were in that wardrobe, you wouldn't happen to find any ornamental plates?
I sure did. In fact, those little things...
How so?
They were a bit rusty, so I spent my time restoring their shine.
May I have them? I have a feeling there's more to those than just decorations.
Only if you promise to keep them clean.
If my father is still in the palace, I have to locate him. Do you have any info that could help me with that?
Merely what I overheard from the soldiers. They spoke of a prisoner.
That's gotta be it, right?
What room is it?
The one
Upstairs.
Overlooking the patio.
Philip, you're the expert. Let's say I've got some tarnished silver plates that need restoring.
Oh, that's an elementary level problem. A bit of...
Please, elaborate.
Note this down. I'm cited to make your old silvers return.
Just remember to add acid to water, not the other way around, or it'll go boom.
Yes. Add a suspension of ash. Pour on the silvers until they're so clean you can see your reflection.
That's more
Hey,
in-depth than I
add acid to
expected.
water
Thank you,
and a
Philip.
bit of ash.
Thank the offer of the Vademecum. Petunia Bubbleworth is the hero of the...
Stay here, Philip.
So I shall.
I should take those and try to get rid of the tarnish.
That's a great initiative. Let me know if you need any advice on that.
It's way out of my reach.
This is way beyond the scope of my protocols.
Since I'm no longer talking to a wardrobe,
I did...
That's
Okay,
it.
I was hoping I was going to have another option
Someone...
Stay here, Philip.
to get him to get the punch card for me.
It's secured with a heavy padlock. I don't see much of a chance to brute force it open. Hey, the ornaments pop right onto the shield. They're magnetized.
Eagle with that crown. Horse with that crown. Alright. So lion with that crown. What are we aiming to do?
That's our mystery knight. The armor in the hall is an exact replica.
It should be the horse.
That's our mystery knight.
That's the horse. Square, square, stripe, stripe, square. I don't recognize the pattern. So it's not... No, it's...
Whoever said that the pen is mightier than the sword never had one dropped onto their foot.
I bet it was the ghost in the armor. He must be mad about all that ruckus, too.
A metal punch card was hidden behind the shield. It has a little apple emblem on it. It's dull, but meticulously polished. Philip's job, no doubt. It's secured with a heavy padlock. I don't see much of a chance to brute force. It's secured with a heavy... I don't see much... Let's consider less violent solutions first.
It's a secret entrance.
Well, well. How many more secrets does my dad have in store?
Right.
Pascal?
Leave it to the rogue to open up the way to the dungeon, actually.
Oh, does the sneaky rogue need some help?
Remind me, what am I supposed to accomplish here?
The lock needs to be overridden. Connect the color-coded inputs and outputs by spinning the nodes.
Sure, I can do that.
Override executed. I'm in. We may now enter the mysterious dungeon.
He's doing little love hearts to me with his smoke. Down we go.
And here it is. The secret Slav dungeon. What treasures and dangers may await?
We're here just for the Brassheart, Pascal.
You're not going to drink that, are you?
Sure, I can do that.
Whoa! That got too hot too fast. No way I'm opening it by force.
It's got a slot for punch cards. We just need to find some that...
Remind me, what am I supposed to accomplish here?
Dad must have hidden them around the palace. Whoa! That got too hot too fast. I'm not touching that lever with the furnace door opened. I don't want these flames going everywhere.
Alright. I have a theory. It must be bunnies.
That's too unorthodox, even for me. I've only got one shot. I hope my aim's still good.
Alright, we're going to try and hit the apple with the champagne cork.
You know, that must have been a very expensive bottle. That was even more expensive chandelier.
Got it.
All it took was destroying an antique chandelier and an expensive bottle of champagne.
so...
Let's take a closer look. It's that strange painting. I remember Dad giving Tamara very specific instructions on how to paint it. There must be something more to it. I will
I
put a
wonder
pin
if
in
that
this one
means
for
there's
now.
9 punch cards. Let's go look in. Oh, hang on. We can walk in and out the front door now. I'll look around and see if there are any punch cards here.
I'll take the red one.
A feisty color. I like it.
There's a very distressed looking sphinx over there. Like it's run into a window way too fast. Alrighty. I suspect I need to
Look, it's helium. It makes you talk funny.
Big deal. I can do that with my modulator. You're not going to take it?
A whole tank? Not unless I find a good reason to. It would be disastrous to my back.
I've just gotten used to you.
A word, Tamara?
Oh, what do you...
I'm heading back in there.
Be careful, Pola.
Manfred,
What's the situation?
time to get back to work.
Hold the fort.
Alright, upstairs we go again.
Locked.
Of course it's locked.
If you have...
Sure, I'll... Locked. I'll have to get the right key card to open it. I can't imagine how that could be of any use. Ah! The magpie does not want to give up its plunder. I'm not giving that little thief anything. Ah! The magpie does not want to give up its plunder. I'm not giving that little thief anything. I'm not giving that little thief anything.
So the question is 2 punch cards and a doorknob. Okay, hands.
Ah! The magpie does not want to give up its plunder.
Not always this useless, I promise.
Go get it, Pascal.
What? You want me to get my eyes picked out? No way. You do it.
Okay. We'll get the doorknob.
idea how to use this thing.
You are useless. Alright.
I wouldn't go in there if I were you, Recruit.
Why not?
Herr Durr and the General are in the middle of interrogation. They request
requested not to be disturbed.
Good evening. I'm Commander Durr's new assistant. Where?
You're gonna have to wait a minute.
I hope you stay there for a while.
What's going on?
It's the General. He has to record this address to the troops.
Sounds simple enough?
Except he's absolutely awful at it.
Positively abysmal.
Dreadfully dull.
I think the pink-haired guard has a Scottish
What am I
accent.
to do about it?
I don't know. When he gets back,
Good evening. I'm Commander Durr's new assistant.
you're gonna have to wait.
I hope you stay there.
What's going on?
It's the General.
Sounds simple enough.
Except
Positively.
dreadfully dull.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's secured with a heavy padlock. I don't see much of a chance to This isn't going to work. What good would it do if I paint that red? As much as it pains me to say it, not everything can be fixed with just a screwdriver.
Alright, let's see if 2 punch cards is enough to get the door open. See if anything else is reacting in here. Alright, down into the basement we go.
Remind me, what am I supposed to accomplish here?
Dad must have hidden them around the palace. I'm not touching that lever with the furnace door opened. I don't want these flames going everywhere.
I know. I need to burn the wood.
Now that's something that'll burn really nice.
Close the furnace.
That wooden bolts got past extra crispy, right into the smoldering embers. I'll just scoop a bit onto a loose piece of paper.
Alright, so I need some acid from somewhere. What have I got?
What good would it do if I paint that red?
Hang on. Battery acid? No.
There's really no need for that. What good would it do if I paint that red? This piece of lead glass looks too pretty not to take it.
Alright, let's see if the magpie will go for the bit of broken glass.
I'm not giving that little thief anything. Not an option. How would that help me? Not quite. What good would it do if I paint that red? That makes no sense to me. Let's consider less violent solutions first. As much as it pains me to say it, not everything could be fixed with just a screwdriver.
Oh, magpies can get decently large. Certainly in Australia they can. They're not corvids, but they're sort of similar size to a raven.
Locked. I'll have to get the right key card to open it. Locked. I'll have to get the right key card to open it. My fingers keep slipping. I have to jimmy something into the gap. Sure, if it works, why not? Well, hey, wait! That's mine, you stupid bird! Ugh. That may get the bird's attention, but if I just leave with a piece of the glass unattached, the magpie will snatch it without a problem. No point in tying that up. I attached a bit of tape to the piece of lead glass. Wherever I put it, it didn't stay there.
They're decently large birds. We had a family of them that we used to
Now's my chance to take back whatever was under the tile. I'm taking that plunder back, you little thief. I'm taking that with me. First a doorknob, then a door. The magpie made its nest into a stash of the shiny objects it has stolen. The magpie made its nest into a stash of the shiny objects it has stolen.
Anything else in there? Right, we have 3 punch cards now. Is that enough?
Doesn't work. I feel like these punch cards have to be in some specific arrangement. I should look around for some clues.
Damn you. God.
Let's take a closer look. It's that strange painting. There must be something more to it. I will put a pin in this one for now. That's too unorthodox, even for me. I can't imagine how that could be of any use. This isn't going to work. There's really no need for that. Not an option. How would that help me? Let's take a closer look. It's that strange painting. I remember Dad giving Tamara very specific instructions on how to paint it. There must be something more to it. I will put a pin in this one for now. Not quite. What good would it do if I paint that red? That makes no sense to me. Let's consider less violent solutions first. That's too unorthodox, even for me.
I feel like there's a door I haven't found somewhere.
It's secured with a heavy padlock. I don't see much of a chance to brute. I can't imagine how that could be of any use. This isn't going to work. There's really no need for that. Locked. I'll have to get the right key card to open it.
Sorry, can't help you with this.
Ah! The magpie does not want to give up its plunder. Locked. I'll have to get the right key card to open it.
I'm missing something.
Look, it's helium. It makes you talk funny.
Big deal. I can do that with my modulator. You're not going to take it?
A whole tank? Not unless I find a good reason to. It would be disastrous to my back.
I've just gotten used to you pocketing whatever you come across.
Not an option. How would that help me? Not quite. Let's consider less violent solutions first. That makes no sense to me.
What am I even looking at?
I wonder if he can show me the order of the... Why did I ask him to use the punch cards before? Yes, I'm kind of clicking around trying to work it out. It's often a thing with these...
I give up. I'll come back to it later.
No way I'm opening it by force.
It's not a slot for punch cards. We just need to find some that fit.
No way I'm opening it by force.
So what does it want me to do with the punch cards?
Just need to find handsome than bed.
Doesn't work. I feel like these punch cards have to be in some specific arrangement. I should look around for some clues.
I've been looking around for some clues. So there's a green, a blue, and a yellow.
This is way beyond the scope of my protocols.
You know who I haven't asked about the punch cards?
Since I'm no longer talking to a wardrobe, may I have a word?
I did over...
That's it. It has to be my dad. Thanks. Sorry.
Nonsense.
I found my dad's safe under the workshop.
You ventured into the catacombs? I strongly advise against...
Philip, the entire...
Point taken.
Anyway, do you have any idea how to open this?
I'm afraid not. It was placed...
So...
Your father... I do recall, however...
They vary in size, and there are multiple species.
You've mentioned a symbol of an apple?
Yes.
They must be somehow connected to the safe down...
Young lady, I know every inch of the second one has been engraved onto the third.
Yep, alright, I've got all of those.
Stay here, Philip.
So I shall.
I'm not giving him that. Worst case scenario, he starts cleaning it. That's too unorthodox, even for me.
I'm not always this useless, I promise.
Since I'm no longer talking to a wardrobe... That's it. Thanks.
Nonsense. Someone has to keep...
Philip, you're the expert. Let's say... Please, elaborate.
Note this to make your old silvers...
Just remember to add...
That's more in...
Thanks.
Stay here, Philip.
So I shall.
I haven't worked out how to open that yet.
I wouldn't...
Why not?
Hairdo.
Locked.
Of course.
If you have business...
Sure, I'll do that. I can't imagine how that could be of any use. This isn't going to work. There's really no need for that. Not an option. How would that help me? Not quite. That makes no sense to me. That's too unorthodox, even for me.
I tried using the lens to look at the punch cards.
I can't imagine how that could be of any use. This isn't going to work. There's really no need for that.
Yes, I'm getting frustrated.
Not an option. How would that help me? Not quite. That makes no sense to me. I need some help, Pascal.
Sure. What do you need?
Ah,
Do you see anything useful nearby?
I got this far and I didn't know he could help.
Let's take a closer look. It's that strange painting. I remember Dad giving to There must be something more to it. I will put a pin in this one for now. That's too unorthodox, even for me.
I have no idea how to use... Sorry, can't help you with this.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure. What do you need?
What should I do next?
Since you've collected the 3 punch cards, it's just a map. You've got them sorted already, so why delay? Go on, let's have a look inside that safe.
Thanks, that's all for now.
Happy to help.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure. What do you need?
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Scan initiated.
No way I'm opening it by force.
It's got a slot for punch cards. We just need to find some that fit.
I've got 3 metal punch cards. Now I just have to find how they fit together.
Metal punch cards.
Pascal, it seems we have another safe to crack.
This one's made by Professor Zagorski. It won't be that simple.
I noticed that etched apple decal. Maybe my dad left it as a clue. Pascal, it seems we have... I noticed that... This is the ignition lever for the furnace. Quite powerful, too. One pull and anything inside turns to ashes. I can't imagine how that could...
Okay. What's in it?
Whoa! That got too hot too fast. This isn't going to work. The last of Philip's monocles.
We graciously saved it from the clutches of a magpie.
A heavy gilded doorknob. How the hell did that magpie get that into its nest is anyone's guess. Half-empty tube of blood red paint. The plates got a bit tarnished over the years. They've lost their shine. A piece of rope, no doubt discarded by the loyalists.
They do enjoy making a mess.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure. What do you need?
Any ideas on what to do around here?
Safe looks like it uses punch cards in a specific...
Yes, I got that, and I'm trying to work out where to work out.
I wonder. There's this apple icon.
Yeah, we got that.
Do you think it's a clue?
I'm looking
I
for...
suppose. I'll have to keep an eye out for more of these around the palace.
Alright, so...
Thanks. That's all for now.
Let's, maybe... try that, looking for clues in other rooms.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure.
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Scan initiated.
It's secured with a heavy padlock. I don't see much of a chance to brute force it open. There's really no need for that. Not an option. How would that help me? Duct tape is a powerful tool, and it shouldn't be used recklessly. I need some help, Pascal.
Sure.
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Scan initiated.
That's looking like a big no. Looking like a big no.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure. What do you need?
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Scan initiated.
Looks like I've used everything here.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure.
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Philip's not useful. Nope.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure.
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Scan initiated.
That's a pressure vessel full of helium. It's used for filling airships and party balloons.
I don't know about you, but I'm not really in a party mood.
Look, it's helium. It makes
Big deal.
a whole tank?
I've just gotten it.
Not quite. That makes no sense to me. Look, it's helium. A whole tank?
I've just gotten it.
That's too unorthodox, even for me. I can't imagine how that could be of any use. This isn't going to work. No point in tying that up. There's really no need for that. Let's consider less violent solutions first. What good would it do if I paint that red? Duct tape is a powerful tool, and it shouldn't be used recklessly.
Alright, so we're going to have to come back for the helium at some point, but I don't know what it does. Let's go back up to the lift and see if it gives us anything. We know that that's needed. Now let's
I
do
need some
here
help,
first.
Pascal.
Sure.
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Certainly not the guards. Nope.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure.
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Scan initiated.
Locked. I'll have to get the right key card to open it. The elevator leading to the airship is locked with some kind of magnetic contraption. Not an option. How would that help me?
Magnetic.
got 3 metal punch cards. Now I just have to find how they fit together. Not quite. I need some help, Pascal.
Sure. What do you need?
Any ideas on what to do around here?
Elevator needs some sort of magnetic key card, it says.
Where would I get one?
Given that it's the elevator to Valkyrie's airship, I'm guessing one of the lowest.
I bet it's... What should I do next?
Since you've collected the 3 punch, you've got them.
Thanks. That's all for now.
Happy to help.
I need
getting
some help,
annoying.
Pascal.
Sure.
Any ideas on what to do?
Me, you heard those two. There's been me.
Thanks. That's all for now.
Happy to help.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure.
Any ideas on what to do?
I haven't seen that shoe crate before. Seems like something the loyalists put here. One of them is bound to have the key.
Thanks.
Happy to help.
I need some help, Pascal.
What you doing, Echo?
Any ideas on... Any ideas on what to do around here? Thanks. That's all for now.
Happy to help.
I think I've got them all. Now, how do they fit together?
Oh, okay.
Interesting. The punch cards stick to the painting. It must be magnetized. These apples are roughly the same size as the holes in the cards.
Huh. I bet that combining the cards will give us a new one. You should try aligning all of the holes with the apples. And don't leave any apple-less part of the grid uncovered.
Hello, Echo. What you doing? Ah, they go slide up and down. Okay. Alright.
Let's consider less violent. I will put a pin in this one for now.
So what did he say? Was it...
I think I've got them all. Now, how do they fit together? Interesting. The punch cards stick to the painting. It must be magnetized. These apples are roughly the same size as the holes in the cards.
Huh. I bet that combining the cards will give us a new one. You should try aligning all the holes with the apples. And don't leave any apple-less part of the grid uncovered.
Right, so don't leave an apple-less part of the grid uncovered. So that covers all of that.
That's it. All of the punch cards lined up with the apples.
That must mean this is the proper shape of the complete punch card.
Now what?
It worked. Now we'll see what's stashed in there.
Here it is! The third piece.
Well, we got some acid, we got a piece of the brass
I can't
heart.
believe it. We're so close to dealing with Valkyria once and for all.
Well, we've got all the parts, that's for sure. Oh, what's that? All those folders in the back of the safe.
Blueprints, equations. Father never showed me this. It looks like the original designs for Valkyria. And those other projects, am I seeing this right?
Professor Zagorski came up with all of that and just left it here?
I think he didn't want them to see the light of day, for now at least.
Hey, Eric.
And for a good reason. Graviton bombs,
How you doing?
walking tanks, teleporters. If the Loyalists find any of those, they will become virtually unstoppable.
Maybe into the furnace they go.
What do we do with all this? We can't take it all with us.
If I leave it all behind and someone finds those, we're risking giving an enormous advantage to our enemy. If I burn the documents, I'll be throwing away my father's lifetime of work. There's too much risk of it landing in the wrong hands. This could lead to another Valkyria, or worse. Sorry, Dad.
You think that's the right choice? All this work, gone.
I'll worry about that some other time. We've rebuilt the Brassheart. Now let's find my dad and put all this behind us.
Handle it carefully, Paula. It's highly corrosive. It may not break through steel, but it will give you a nasty burn.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure. What do you need?
Do
Anything
you
still
see
useful
anything
here?
useful nearby?
Scan initiated.
Have I used everything here? Still thinks there's stuff to use those. Okay. We haven't finished resolving that problem yet.
I need some help, Pascal.
Is there anything here that I can use?
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Scan initiated.
Nope. Okay.
Since I'm no longer...
I spent
That's it. It has to be my dad. Thanks.
Nonsense, miss. Someone.
I've met his guy.
Yes.
What's his deal?
It may be more appropriate to address. Evidently.
Yeah, his name came up a few times in my travels. Never in a positive context, though.
Quite understandable, seeing how.
Was he always...
I'm doubtful whether Professor Valkyria's construction changed.
Stay here, Philip.
So I shall.
There's not enough acid in the bottle to break that padlock. That's too dangerous.
Water there, can I? I need water, and it's presumably in one of the offices.
Sir, the phrase for the lock has been updated. It's red stilettos now.
Oh, these are getting ridiculous. And how goes your preparation, General? Your deadline is...
Okay, we have red paint and there's a shoebox downstairs. I see a clue.
And who might you be? You...
Oh, me. I'm the new...
You are late. Valkyria expects precision. Come to my office.
Yes, sir.
I've been here for ages.
He kidnapped...
I'd rather not get caught plugged in this laser while the commander is still here.
Button. What does this button do?
Hey, I can play those. I've got this nifty attachment in my fingers. Just pick one, whichever one you want me to start.
Huh. Who would have guessed? What can't you do?
Oh, many things. Kick.
Excuse me? What are you doing?
I just wanted to tidy up a bit in here.
This chest is off limits to you, or anyone besides me, for that matter.
Of course, sir. Sorry. Sir, you wanted to see me?
I did. You've been briefed, I assume. Soon we'll...
We're...
It isn't an invasion.
I don't believe so, sir.
And what is this flying?
I'm Pascalio, your assistant's robotic...
Seems redundant. I've stained my... Here is the key to the chest downstairs. Fetch me a clean...
No problem, sir.
He called me redundant.
Sir, could you repeat?
I'm not in a...
Of course, excuse...
Did you hear me?
Yes, sir, loud and clear. I have to go, sir.
Hey! Don't touch that. I have to record my speech for the radio.
All right, I'll just wait until you're finished.
It might take...
That makes no sense to me. Well then, where are Jur's boots? What good would it do if I paint that red?
I thought you hated high heels.
I'm not going to wear them, obviously. This shade of blue is hideous. Darn, the oil paint drips right off. It won't stick to these shoes. That's too unorthodox, even for me. I can't imagine how that could be of any use. What good would it do if I paint that red? I don't even want to imagine that. Let's consider less violent solutions first. This isn't going to work.
Oh, I should have talked to Thingo about cleaning chips. I know what I need to do. I need to add the red paint to the shoe polish.
I'll dispose of it for you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
I filled the shoe polish can with some red oil paint.
This could make for a genius prank.
There's really no need for that. I don't even want to imagine that. I need some help, Pascal.
Sure. What do you need?
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Will be the phonograph. Nope.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure. What do you need?
Do you see anything useful nearby?
Anything other than the scanner?
Not an option.
What am I even looking at?
A collection of music records from Jur's office.
Hey, I can play those. I've got this nifty attachment in my fingers. Just pick one, whenever you want me to start.
I've tried that and you didn't want
Those are
to.
some high heels. I wonder whose those are.
One of the loyalists?
It's not really their style. The stilettos are such a gaudy shade of blue. I filled the shoe polish can with some red oil paint.
I wonder if they're Tamara's. Or Earl Grey. Let's ask Tamara about the shoes. Has she been the spy on the inside?
A word, Tamara?
Oh, what do you need?
Tamara, I've got these blue stilettos.
A bit tacky, but, continue?
No, it's not about that. I need to paint them red. But the oil paint doesn't stick to them.
That's going to be tricky. They are too smooth to hold the paint. But you could try it with some other shoes. That paint should work no problem with leather.
Leather, you say? Like on military boots? Listen, those paints, they have a consistency pretty similar to shoe polish, right?
I guess so. Ooh, you're having one of your crazy ideas, aren't you?
Perhaps. We'll see. I'm heading back in there.
Be careful, Pola.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure. What do you need?
And what should I do next?
Listen, Dirt wants his boots cleaned. Investigate the jail cell and be sure to talk to that.
Thanks, that's all.
Alright. Let's see how we go. One of the problems with point and click games is you often end up going around and round in circles trying the same things over and over until you find where it's changed.
Hello?
Sir?
Right. Okay then. I couldn't help but notice you wouldn't mind.
That's a negative.
So after you're done,
Affirmative.
You don't sound...
Nonsense.
How's the speech co-
There's just a minor setback.
Maybe I could help? I'm an assistant after all.
See, a good leader can only raise his follower spirits. I don't doubt myself for
Ah, a writer's block. A severe condition for... You know, my friend's an artist. When she's in a creative impasse, she immerses herself in the...
Of course. I just need an inspiration. We have to build up a...
Let's take this one thing at a time, Sir, what would help you in conveying the authority of Valkyria's rule?
That's just the question, isn't it? Take this fellow, for example.
Who? The old guy in the painting?
Old guy? A king? Nay, an emperor. The way he...
What's a
This ornamental bit. This is the image.
I'm not sure if a shiny club is the first thing that comes... When you say you...
If I had...
I'm just trying...
I want our enemies to...
Those means... They're...
That could work, but it's not a...
So, and all... How can I create...
Don't be ridiculous.
No, and I...
What I mean is, he always prepares for...
You want me to play you a song, sir?
Not any old song.
In that case, my whistle... Another thing, sir.
Yes.
Sir, give that speech a try.
All right, it's recording. Here I go. My good soldiers and non-militant, I'm sour to although it's up the how did
It wasn't that bad, sir. Overall, a strong 3 out of 10.
It could use some tweaks.
Yeah, that part.
I'm not sure. One more thing. Yeah,
tough crap.
General, I've...
He is the plus.
Almost like he's...
Additionally, for example...
What's so special?
It's quite a clever design. It acts this way. No.
Open sesame, huh? Thank you for your time, General.
At ease.
How about this sword? Would this help to get you into a strategic mindset for the speech?
I want to make a statement about our decisiveness. We have to be swift with our judgment. Hands.
How about this sword? Would this help to get you into a...
We have to be hands.
How would that help me?
I need like a broomstick or something.
A phonograph with a recording function. I have some ideas on how I could use it to my advantage.
This is way beyond the scope of my protocols.
You just said you could play them.
A collection of music records from Dur's office.
Hey, I can play those.
Not quite. What's the point of following his orders now? I need to figure out a way to use the situation to my advantage first. Investigating the mysterious holding cell next door may give me a new course of action. Looks like the Loyalists converted this chamber into a holding cell.
Okay, they let me pass. Right, that's the voice lock. I need need to record the general.
It's him! Dad! Over here!
Professor!
Who's there? Paula? Pascal? Oh, goodness, what are you doing here?
We came to save you.
Dad, I have to get you out.
It's no use. Durr's the only one authorized to open this door. Get yourself to safety. Don't worry about me.
No way. I didn't go through all that just to leave you here. I'm going to free you, I promise.
Alright. So, we have jug of water. Let's add the acid to the water.
That's too dangerous.
Let's add the ash to the
That
water.
makes no sense to me. That's too unorthodox, even for me. I can't imagine how that could be of any use. Well, it will at least keep me hydrated.
Initiating voice recognition for Der Ludwig. Please repeat the following phrase. Red stilettos.
Red stilettos?
Processing. Recognition failed. Access denied.
Well, my impression of Dur needs a bit of work.
Ben's having a bad day by the sounds of it.
Creating a shortcut with a rope is a sound idea, but those bars are in my way. I bet I can widen the gap a bit. I sure can.
Want a free brass bar for it.
Yay!
Alright. Alright, I've built a scepter.
Oh, check this out! The doorknob fits perfectly over the threaded part of the bar.
How convenient.
Now I've got a proper mace, and a gilded mace at that.
Can I open the other bit of the window?
As
or
much as it
done?
pains me to say it,
Nope.
not everything could be fixed with just a screwdriver.
Alright, so we've got the rope onto there.
That will make for a nice shortcut.
So we'll give him the scepter.
This majestic scepter will surely help you visualize the glory and authority of Valkyria.
Yes, with this in my hands, I can grip my audience, act and talk like real royalty.
Alright. We've made a bit of progress. So, will you play the music now?
He's still at it.
Yup. Still horrendous.
Honey Kate.
A melody and a painting, huh? Well, you guys don't give me much to work with.
Hey, you're the assistant.
Duh.
Still busy, sir?
What?
Sir, give that speech a try, why don't you?
All right, it's recording. Here I go. My good.
Still useless.
I'm speaking to you, our neighbors.
That was better, sir.
I agree. But when you... One more, yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you for your time, General.
at ease.
This isn't going to work.
I'm not always this useless, I promise.
promise.
There's really no need for that.
Why do
I think a background music will enhance the gravitas of your performance.
You have something specific in mind.
Which track should I put on during the speech?
Good question. I suggest the pompous melody.
How is it that he can...
Still busy, sir?
What?
Sir, give that...
All right. It's recording.
Are you playing the pompous melody?
Soldiers and non-military personnel too, of course. I'm speaking our...
That was better, sir.
Alright, let's try a different...
When you said, listen,
I've got it. Oh, it really
So it's not the pompous melody.
Thank you for your time.
Let's see which one it is.
Still busy? Thank you for your time. I think a background music... Good question. Let's go with the calm. Still busy?
What?
Sir, give that...
All right. It's recording. Here I go.
Let's go.
Soldiers and non-military personnel. I'm speaking to you because our neighbors...
That was better.
I agree. When you
Alright, we need the happy music.
Thank you for your time. I think a background music... Good question. Maybe a bit of a more... Still busy, sir? Sir, give that...
All right. It's recording. Here I go. Soldiers and non-military personnel too, of course. I'm speaking to you because there will be some new responsibilities moving forward. Our neighbors may...
That was better, sir. It's still missing something.
I agree. But when you one more, it was given.
Thank you for...
Thank you for your time, General.
Atty.
I think a background music will enhance...
You have some...
Good question.
There's only 3 options?
I suggest the pump...
I have no idea how to use this thing.
He's still at it.
And he keeps...
A melody and a painting, huh? Well, you guys don't give me much to work with.
Hey, you're the assistant. You figure it out.
Durr always has a background music during his speeches. You could try that.
I think a background music will enhance the gravitas of your performance.
You have something specific in mind.
Which track should I put on during the speech?
Good question. I say... I suggest the pompous melody. How about this sword? Would this help to get you into a strategic mindset for the speech?
I could see it. We have to pans.
How about this sword?
We have pans.
Still busy, sir?
What?
Sir, give that speech a try, why don't you?
You got the sword and the scepter now?
All right. It's recording. Here I go. I'm our neighbor.
That was better, sir. It's still...
I agree. Meh. But when you listen...
I've gotta say, it really complimented you.
Everyone's.
Thank you for your time, General.
At ease.
How about this sword? Would this help to get you into a strategic mindset for the speech?
I could see it working, but it's missing something. I want to make a statement about our decisiveness. We have to be swift with our judgment. Do whatever it takes. In other words, to get your hands a bit dirty. Hands or blades.
I think a background music will enhance the gravitas of your performance. Good question. I suggest he's still...
Yep.
And he keeps humming a melody.
The melody and a page.
Hey, you're...
Duh.
Still busy, sir? Sir, give that speech a try, why don't you?
All right. It's recording. Here I go. Soldiers and non-military personnel too. I'm speaking our...
That was...
I agree. Meh. But when you listen...
I've gotta say, it really...
Tough crap.
Thank you for your time.
At ease.
Since I'm no longer talking...
I did overhear...
That's it. It has to be my... Thanks.
Nonsense, someone...
Philip, you're the... Please,
Note this to make your old silvers return.
Just remember to add acid to water.
Yes, add a suspension.
That's more in-depth than I...
Thank the offer of the...
Stay here, Philip.
So I shall.
Not an option. How would that help me? Not quite. I've got to dilute this acid in water.
Carefully, Paula. And don't you dare do it the other way around.
Hey, Chip.
It could be quite dangerous.
There. The cleaning solution's ready. Hope it works. Whoa, the plates got squeaky clean when I poured the solution.
They're so shiny, like mirrors.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure.
Do you see anything useful?
Scan initiated.
Nope, nothing
I
in
need
here.
some help, Pascal.
Sure.
What should I do?
Listen, Dur wants his boots cleaned. We should figure out if we had access to that phonograph hogged by that general. We could trick Dur into saying the right password.
Clever. We'd have to record Dur while he's commenting on something that has to do with the phrases red and stilettos.
Exactly. But why don't we try to encourage him a bit? Try and ask him.
Thanks, that's all.
Happy to help.
Sometimes I feel like it won't let me do the right thing even when I know what it is until I have completed all the previous steps that it wants me to work out.
One of the Loyalist generals. Thankfully, he doesn't seem to pay much attention to me. I've got a sword now! There's not much use for it as a weapon, since the blade is dull. It looks pretty Let's consider less violent solutions first. How about this sword? Would this help to get you into a strategic mindset for the speech?
I could see it working, but it's missing something. I want to make a statement about we have to be hands or blades.
I'm not sure this will make the general get over his creative block. I think a background music will enhance the gravitas of your performance.
I just want to give him the sword.
Which track should I put on during the speech?
Good question. I say... I suggest the pompous melody. Still busy, sir?
What?
Sir, give that speech a try, why don't you?
All right, it's recording. Here I go. I'm speaking, neighbor.
That was better, sir. It's still missing something.
I agree. It needs that wow effect, you know. Nah. That first part still needs, but when you listen.
I've got. Oh, it really.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, General.
At ease.
Something just went bang here.
I'm not sure this will make the general get over his creative block. That's a good way to bloody it up without getting anyone hurt. Does it look fearsome enough, Pascal?
Okay, maybe that's what we needed to get him to take the sword.
General, I've got you the weapon that surely represents the strength of your army.
Alright, that was the step I was missing, I think.
Positively bloodthirsty.
Because the one in the picture has blood on it. Alright, now let's try the musical cylinders.
Good question. I suggest the
Let's give it a go.
Still busy, sir? Sir, give that speech a try, why don't you?
If you've ever played any of the old text adventures, they were like this, except for this has got graphics. But it was just, you know, I have a bunch of things. What do I have to do?
Hear my voice and stand proud as subjects to the infinite machine. Greet Valkyria's authority and your duty towards her with honor and passion. For her rule is the triumph of progress and future. To our enemies, hear this and tremble in awe. We are Valkyria's bloody sword against the barbaric, irrational Luddites. There will be no compromise. Our blade falls swift and precise on those who doubt Valkyria's wisdom. How did I do?
First, bro.
Oh, I'm seriously.
Wow, that part.
But when you said, listen.
I've got to say that. Oh, it really.
Finally, you can take that recorder now, recruit.
Thank you for your time, General.
At ease.
May I have that recorder now?
You may. My words have been immortalized, and the assistance is no longer necessary.
Alrighty. We're making progress.
It's not the most efficient way of getting rid of him. That makes no sense to me.
Sir?
What?
Sir,
It is indeed. With
even against the will, paving it with blood. Trust me. Anything I should.
only that he's a...
You knew him?
We used last.
Oh, you know, just to be on the safe side.
No need for concern. I've installed...
Perfect solution for someone in love. Sir, if I'm.
Simple, so she can accurately assess the situation.
What if the enemy shoots down her vessel?
Even if that happened, they are all synchronized in a network. If one goes off...
So the only way to damage her would be to affect every vessel in the network simultaneously?
There is no danger of that. You have to... And I'm keeping it safe and sound in a drawer.
I have to go, sir.
Dismiss.
I believe I found your shoes, sir.
What?
Whatever do you mean, sir?
Are you blind? Those are blue stilettos. I meant combat boots. Ugh, useless girl. Just bring me a can of shoe polish. Black. I'm going to shine the boots I have on me already.
A handy little voice recorder. The wax cylinder is quite small, too. I have to be very careful not to fill it up.
I never got it. What's the use of hearing someone's voice if you can't answer them?
Here you go, sir. I found a fresh can of shoe polish.
Good. About time you did anything useful. Give me that.
Something wrong, sir? I just did what you asked me to.
What is your problem, girl? I specifically asked for black shoe polish. Now look, my boots turned red. How am I supposed to show myself to the soldiers wearing red?
Excuse me, sir. There must have been a mistake.
Maybe higher.
Initiating voice recognition for De Ludwig. Please repeat the following phrase. Red stilettos.
Red stilettos?
Processing. Recognition failed. Access denied.
Well, my impression of Dern.
Initiating voice recognition for De Ludwig. Please repeat the following phrase. Red stilettos.
Red stilettos.
Processing. Recognition successful.
Okay, that worked.
Access granted. Have a nice day, Commander.
Dad! I was worried I'd never see you again.
Oh, me too, Paula. Oh, I'm so glad you're okay.
No worries. I was keeping an eye on her.
Well, thank you, Pascal. Do you have the heart?
I do, and I have some questions, but we can talk about that later. We need to get you to safety.
But there are loyalists right outside the door.
Yes, but I have a
We'll to
shortcut.
climb down through the window. Come, quickly! Here, this will be our escape route.
Oh gosh, more climbing.
Stay with Manfred and Tamara. You'll be safe here, Dad.
I'll stick with Paula, Professor. She'll need my help.
Help in what? You two aren't going back there, are you?
Duh. Someone has to talk some sense into Valkyria, right?
I need to finish this. I have the Brassheart. Valkyria's airship is right there.
I never intended for things to go this far.
I need the key from his office.
I can't let you put yourself in it.
I've gotten used to mad, Dad.
If anyone can do it, it's Pola.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I should be...
From my observation.
Fine.
Alright, so hopefully with the escape, he's going to have left his office, which let me use the laser, etc., etc.
Sir?
What is it?
Anything I should know about...
Only that he's a stubborn old fool.
You knew him before?
We used. Alas, he was held back by a lack of perspective.
Oh, you know.
No need for concern.
Perfect solution for someone... I have to go, sir.
Dismissed.
Hey.
Yeah.
What was that speech?
His answering machine. Hey.
Yeah.
What was that speech for, any?
His answering machine.
General, sir.
Ah, yes.
Indeed, sir.
Master, it comes.
Can't argue. General, sir.
Ah, yes.
Indeed, sir.
Mastery, and it comes.
Can't argue. I need some help, Pascal.
Sure.
What should I do next?
With Dur locked up, we're free to go through all his stuff in the office.
I was thinking the same thing. There's this big armored drawer in there.
Remember how the one was snuck through the safe back of him?
Thanks. That's all for.
Happy to help.
This is no time for a nap.
Sorry, can't help you with this.
I need some help, Pascal.
Sure.
Any ideas on what to...
There's a bit of space under the bed. You could hide something in there before Dur gets in here.
Like what?
Did we see anything that would prevent him from deactivating the voice lock?
I could try to shut him up with some duct tape, but that's too dangerous. I'll keep looking. Do you see anything useful nearby?
Scan initiated.
I don't want to have to carry this. Where's the rope? I know what I need. I need the helium tank.
Let me just grab this real quick.
Oh, so now's a good time to carry around a big tank of helium?
Because it's going to change his voice.
Now, this should lighten up the atmosphere and render that voice lock useless. General, sir. Indeed, sir.
Master, it comes to.
Can't argue.
Hey.
Yeah.
What was that?
His answering machine.
Commander, come quickly! The holding cell has been opened!
Oh, impossible!
Go see for yourself.
How did I know he was going to say that?
Bastard escaped. Quickly, girl, call up the guards. Wait. What's that smell? What is this? Who are you?
My name is Paula Zagorska, and I'm going to disable this precious machine of yours.
Yeah? Who's redundant now?
You little... Open the door this instant.
Please repeat the following phrase. Red stilettos.
Red stilettos! Red stilettos!
Recognition failed. Access denied.
Right.
Plugging in.
Into the chest we go.
Nothing happened. What's the matter?
Let me check. Here. The focusing lens is missing. Huh. It seems it uses the same kind as my vision sensors.
I have an idea.
I need my eyes.
I no longer have an idea. Although... Lens is in place. We've got ourselves a weapon, Pascal.
Just give the order, Paula.
Hang on. Learning from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I have to reflect it, because it's pointing in the wrong direction.
Hold this for me, why don't you? Okay, Pascal, fire it up.
Yes, ma'am.
It's the getting the Babel fish all over again.
Whoa, that went better than expected. I have the pass. Only thing left to do is getting up that elevator. Let's go, Pascal.
Lead the way, Paula.
Off we go. Luckily, there's not much more to do. It's getting late and I have to be up early.
There, it's opened. No going back now. This is it. We go up this elevator, plug the Brassheart into Valkyria. Plain and simple. From there, we'll figure it out. We always do. Right, Pascal?
Yeah, okay. I'm with you.
Let's get this over. Hello?
Captain's Bridge.
It's empty. Not a single soul on this entire airship.
That's not quite. Come upstairs.
Did she...
Yeah, she... The insertion port is closed shut. I'm not getting in by brute force. Valkyria, I presume?
You're 17 minutes earlier than I. Come closer, Pola. You have given...
How do you know? We don't intend...
That would be futile. There are 27 things. Besides, I only desire what has been denied to me, and you...
Which is?
The Brassheart. I want to be complete.
I don't understand.
No. I was counting on you.
You're working against...
It is my judgment that he has been very selective with the information.
Our father.
Yes, little one. He's your creator, but you have no...
Then what gives...
The Brassheart is a part of me.
All right then. I give you the heart and you disassemble your army. Leave Sully...
That is not a lot. I provide this people...
I'm not looking for a compromise. I'm here to stop your invasion.
I'm afraid however, you will make your requests, and I will
If I activate the Brassheart,
Affirmative.
these directives you speak of, the better. This is not what...
Yeah. Then you are...
How do you know what...
I have run whatever option...
I'm betting the heart changes her mind.
I'll be back. I need some time to consider my options.
As you wish. You will...
That's too unorthodox. Even...
I reckon the heart will change
This
the way
is
she
the port,
sees
right?
the things.
Certainly looks ominous enough. Go ahead, Paula.
It isn't working. Maybe I put it upside down.
No, Paula. I might have modified that entry in the...
You lied to me.
Don't worry, Paula. The piece is here. It's just I didn't want to upset...
Here?
Sort of. You remember when you found... In fact, I got an upgrade. No one would...
What are you...
Not quite. Valkyria needs her...
It doesn't make sense.
Paula.
We could replicate the device.
There's no time. Just move over, Paula. I have to gain access. From there, you'll be able to...
There's no other way.
Paula.
That's it then. After all this...
I won't be gone. Not entirely.
If this is what you want, just...
Sure thing, Paula.
Okay, he jumps in it. In he goes. Alright.
Conflict resolution. Prioritizing the letter of the law. Conflict resolution matrix set to favoring net positive outcome. Research focus paradigm set to formulation and development of new projects. Research focus paradigm set to verification and acceleration of existing projects. Global sociopolitical simulation set to seeking mutually beneficial solutions.
Let's see.
It's done. You feel complete yet?
It's a lot to process. The new variables, too many.
It means Pascal is doing his work. For the first time ever, you're experiencing conscience.
I no longer see the outcomes clearly. The whole predictive matrix is collapsing. Why would fast?
Doubt is a very human emotion, you know. I find it very useful as of late. It helps you keep your priorities straight. Speaking of which, you and I need to have a discussion.
Very well, Pola. I will hear.
We'll see about that. First, I want you to abandon your invasion. Not just Sulislav. All of it. People should not be slaves to a machine.
Invasion. You insist on this word. I'm merely protecting those people from themselves. I've run the simulations aside. You would rather I let.
You call it predictions, simulations. I just think you don't believe in people. But more often than not, the greater good means sacrificing control, allowing good people to live their lives, to let them protect each other, build, and flourish.
I feel like this is a message that some people need to hear that it's not going to reach.
I don't know. Maybe a decade, maybe a century. But I know where there's evil, the good will always stand to oppose it. I've seen it happen.
Yes, the incident in Longdon. I've analyzed the report. You've acted at a personal cost to alleviate the
Take care, Chip.
danger of my armies.
Then implement it on a broader scale.
Very well, I will.
I'm glad you've changed your mind, but that's not all of it.
As I suspected. What more do you demand?
Let's talk politics. Specifically, let's talk about how you shouldn't be meddling in it.
Isn't all politics meddling? I only attempt to steer the course of nations in a more prosperous direction. I'm the most efficient negotiator.
You're a manipulator, rigging elections, sending your loyalist lackeys to form puppet governments? You staged an entire secession for crying out loud.
I care for results, not methods.
Well, maybe you should start caring. Because you're leaving a whole lot of damage on...
In that case, propose an alternative.
Hear me out. I don't...
Correct behavior.
But you lack certain human subtlety in your approach. What you need is the reputation of a wise counsel, not an authoritative despot.
What do you propose?
Pull back on the whole militaristic liberation shtick. Instead, why don't you help those in power make better decisions?
Where exactly was your human subtlety when you exposed my agent in Monte Carlo?
Excuse me?
Countess Clemmer. She lost her...
I've had to end the fighting she caused.
That is true. However, no counsel was given. She would have been going on making the same bad decision. Fortunately, you stripped her of the power to do so. I planned the same course of action.
Quite a workshop you've established. Don't you think this industrial
Everything I've created serves my purpose, and therefore...
What I'm seeing is that you keep coming up with progressively effective ways of terrorizing mankind.
In that case, what should I do with my inventions?
Scrap the designs. You want to help humanity? Walk alongside them, not in front of them. Allow people to catch up, figure things out for themselves.
You wish to relegate me to a role of babysitter?
No, a teacher, a mentor even. Check your databanks. Look at all of the great inventions created by humans. You could make sure that they use them wisely.
I would have to erase the designs I am preparing. It means destroying years of research. I can imagine things that your humanity will not conjure for decades.
It's a sacrifice, yes, but one that will mean a safer world. You want my I found Dad's blueprints in Sulislav before I got him out. I had to burn them. I couldn't risk that someone with malevolent intentions would use them. It could lead to chaos. We need to have an understanding of the power we wield. Someone once told me, you wouldn't hand a sword to a monkey.
Yes, I knew about the designs in Sulislav. I didn't pursue finding them. My trust in Dur's intentions has been strained. Besides...
Then you understand why I did it. I'd never ask you to destroy those brilliant designs of yours if I was sure that they wouldn't be misused.
There's truth to your words. My feats are better suited for assistance in scientific research.
There's one last thing.
Make your argument.
Let's talk politics. You're a manipulator. You stayed.
I care for results.
Well, maybe.
In that case.
How about that? With all that process, but you've got to be open about it.
The chances of people are aware.
Well,
I was able to utilize. There's no.
Let's talk
about. Stuck in a loop.
You staged it.
I care.
Well, maybe.
In that case.
Alright, it's a deal.
But you lack what you need. Pull back instead.
Where exactly?
Excuse me?
Countess.
I've had to.
That is fortunately.
I need some time to.
Do I not have the settings right?
Global socio-political simulation set to generating an informed environment.
Alright, that was the problem. That was the problem. One of the dials wasn't right.
Let's talk politics. You're a You stay. Well, maybe. Hear me out. But you lack what you need. Pull back on the instead. So you're gonna. Let's talk politics.
Let's try the other option.
You stay. Well, maybe you should. How about that? With all that, but you've. Sure, a worldwide peace is a distant vision. I've seen it in action.
Yes,
That's simple. Truth was enough. Without deception holding the gentleman back, they were quite happy to work things out.
I understand. I am with all of your requests have been granted. It seems we have reached an agreement. I'm transmitting the new directives. Soon, the other copies of my core will be recalibrated just as I have been.
I'm glad it's over. This is your chance for redemption, Valkyria.
I will. You have shown me how much I don't have any procedures for this decision. Only a feeling. It feels unpleasant.
Yeah, mistakes happen. To admit them and to work on repairing the damage, it's human. It requires... If Pascal's in there, tell him thanks.
Wait. The signal got interrupted. I cannot see the airship just took off. We're moving. You have to stop them.
On my way. I need some time to consider my options.
Alright, the captain's cabin. Who's in there?
I've got to
Commander Jur.
I've seen the cunt. I have no choice but to dispose of it before it
She decided that for herself.
Oh, but I do. A parachute and that laser pointer. Give yourself in, and, hell, I can even make you an officer.
I've noticed there seems to be a shortage of those in your ranks.
Don't you make another...
Jur's got a clear line of fire to the controls. I have to come up with something, or soon I'll be crashing with this airship.
Just give up, Pola. Your dad will be happy.
Duct tape is a powerful tool, and it shouldn't be used recklessly. As much as it pains me to say it, not everything can be fixed with just a screwdriver. You can't hurt me. If you can't see me. Take that, you bastard!
You insolent child! You stubborn fool!
Shush.
You get screwed by housework? I get screwed against housework, quite frankly.
Valkyria needs to send the reconfiguration signal. I must fix the radio before trying to land. Can't risk her getting damaged now. Or myself, for that matter. Ah, damn it. What did Dirt do to this radio? Exposed snapped wires, unscrewed connections. This needs fixing. One last task for the brave screwdriver. Ah, damn it! What did Dirt do to this radio? Exposed snapped wires, unscrewed connections. This needs fixing. And there goes my last bit of tape. The radio's back on. Valkyria can transmit her instructions. Now to land this thing. It can't be that much harder than an airplane, can it?
You crashed the last airplane.
Just a little bit longer.
Keep it steady. Keep it steady.
The upload nearly finished. Go!
Where's Dur?
Doesn't matter. Jump!
You better catch me.
Transmission completed.
I think so. Yeah, that's the end of it by the look of it. I'm amused that I got 2/3 of the way through the game before I found the hint system. I suspect I wouldn't have gotten nearly as stuck in the middle at the casino if I'd found it. Thanks everybody who came and hung out, and that was the April game. I think that was really quite cool. I don't know that I would play it again, just because I think, other than trying to optimize doing it faster, I've solved it. So I don't know how much replayability it would have, but I quite enjoyed that. And the question will be, what do we play next? There were a few options on my list for next month. What have we got? It's Call of the Sea, which is another point-and-click adventure, which may or may not be frustrating. There's Stray of Lost Cat, which would be a bit chill. It's a hidden object game, so it would be me trying to find all the objects in the pictures, which is just a little bit more chill. Koira came out last week as well, and was one of the other ones that was high on the list for this month. And is, how do they describe it? It is a cozy adventure game. Save a puppy and embark on a heartwarming, hand-drawn adventure together. Journey through the heart of an enchanted forest, solving puzzles and avoiding hunters to protect your newfound friend. So that one looked kind of cool. Jazzerpunk was one I looked at, which is a comedy, indie, surreal, cybercrime game that is a spoof of comedy films of yesteryear. So it's a bit like Get Smart meets Cyberpunk, with sort of Pee Wee Herman in the middle there. So yeah, there's a couple of things there. We'll see what we play when we get to May. But thank you everyone who came to hang out, and it wasn't Stray, but it had a similar name. I haven't finished Stray. I'm about a quarter to a third of the way through, and I really need to hook up a controller because I was trying to play it with a keyboard and mouse, and I hit a point where that wasn't really viable doing the run through the all the critters. But thanks everyone who hung out, and I need to go get sleep because I have a really freaking long day tomorrow. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, my first meeting's at 8:30 and my AM. My last meeting finishes at 8 p.m, so it's a very long day tomorrow. So thanks everyone. Talk to you later.